voices. All right, guys, we are live. Studio Hub 17, 73 Wave Street, Staten Island, New York. And this is our second episode of Starving Artist Podcast Show. So I'm very happy for everyone that's joining us today. And we got some good stuff going on. And we have our special guest today, Igor. And he is owner of Beezybeezhoney.
Yes.
So I was telling Igor, thank you for coming today on this rainy, crappy day, but you know.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, definitely. We appreciate that. We appreciate you coming. So, Igor, do you like Igor? Do you have a nickname?
I mean, people call me Igor, but then people call me Gore. People call me Honey Man, Sweet Man. You know, or now people call me the Milkman. So
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that you're doing a little merging there with
Yeah.
another small business owner there.
yeah.
I believe. What's the name of their company? Udderly.
It's Udderly Delicious, but
Yes.
now I took over the route, so it's Udderly Delicious NYC.
Ah,
Yeah.
cool. See, we like that. You know, when people come together, they do business together and they just, you know, build it up.
We get busy.
Yeah. That's his lingo, guys. You
Yeah.
know, he throws in the bees
Oh,
in there.
Now I got a lot of let's get moving.
Oh my God, I can imagine what other ones you come
Yeah.
up with. That's so funny. But we like that though because it keeps it going and keeps people interested. So you're based on Staten Island,
Yes.
right? Born and raised, or?
Well, I was actually born in Ukraine, Russia.
Ah.
And then me and my parents and I, we immigrated here when I was 4 years old. So that was like 1992-ish
Okay.
to Brooklyn. And then I moved to Staten Island in the 6th grade. So that was probably like, I don't know, like 15 years ago-ish.
Right.
And I'm 32 now, so
God
it's quite
bless.
some time. But so
Yes.
Staten Island, Shaolin all day, every day.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Brooklyn chick myself, born and raised in Brooklyn. You know, grew up in the 70s and 80s there. So you could imagine that time frame. You
Yeah.
know, it was a little bit different than it is now. But it gives you good bones. You know, it builds character.
Yeah.
That's what it definitely does. But then, you know, I came over here to Staten Island, and you know, it's been good to me. So here we are.
Home sweet home.
Yeah. You know, listen, home is where you make it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely. So we want to know a little bit on how you got or developed the interest to do your Beezybeezhoney.
All right. So Beezybeez started out from failure. I used to have a kiosk at Fort Hamilton military base years and years and years ago. And I used to make custom-made cell phone. I'm big into electronics, so I used to make custom-made cell phone cases, iPad cases, screen printing T-shirts and stuff like that. All that was done on my kiosk. Inside, I forgot the name of it, but it's inside the military base where all the military people go and buy their produce and products and stuff like that.
Right.
And this was before Sandy. After Sandy, you know, things went crazy.
Yeah.
I lost the lease, and I used to have a lot of inventory left over. So I used to go to flea markets to get rid of the inventory. And I started another type of delivery business with some other guy. He actually screwed me. And then I still had inventory left over. I started going back to flea markets and stuff like that. Met a beekeeper. He was retiring, and he was like my vending neighbor. And, you know, we became close. He told me one thing and goes, hey, you know, you're interested in doing bees? I'm like, I don't know. You know, I was never, you know, I never hated bees. I always liked nature.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in high school or even college, I never thought I would be a beekeeper.
I said that lingo was coming.
Yeah. And, you know, he showed me the ropes. He was my mentor, and I learned a lot from YouTube. And I sold my inventory that I had with my T-shirts and cell phone cases, and I actually sold my Mustang, which I loved my Mustang, to start Beezybeezhoney, which we actually started in my parents' kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was, I started going to flea markets, vending events, and stuff like that. Then, because I started selling to retail, to like Key Foods and Met Foods and stuff like that. And the Department of Health started noticing my brand. And so one of the investigators called me, and she goes, "Hey, we want to come and check out your location and stuff like that." Even though, I kept everything clean, but it wasn't fully certified at the time. But I had to make sure that my whole business at that point was legit. I had to have all my insurances. I had to get the right spot. So I started scrambling, and luckily, I believe she was my fiance at that point. Yeah. Her parents, my in-laws, they had to connect with the Alba House, which is located on Victory Boulevard.
Okay.
And they had a spot in a kind of like a basement type of area, warehousing, manufacturing space. And I had to clean it up, add new windows. So this way, everything was done the right way. And that's kind of how, Beezybeez transitioned from the kitchen to more of a manufacturing, harvesting, beekeeping company. Was all started in my parents' kitchen and the Alba House location.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
You sold that Mustang, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Did it hurt?
It hurt a lot. It took me a long... I was saving up for the Mustang since I think I was like 15 years old.
Wow.
It ran 12 seconds, quarter mile.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I loved it. But listen, sometimes
You made
you
the sacrifice.
starting business is sacrifice.
It is. It really is. I mean, you have to give up a couple of things,
Yeah.
And you gave up that Mustang.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you have dreams about it.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I know how men are with their cars, okay? So it's like, oh, God, that's why I had to ask if it hurt, So that's great. I'm glad that you were able to get, up and running. And somebody you just like say, okay, I'm not really interested, but then I'll do it, And
Yeah, I mean, it kind of came like, honey never expires.
Right.
Honey lasts, for thousands of years. So, I always had a kind of business mindset. Even in high school, my parents used to go to Costco, buy a cup of noodle soups. I used to put them in my school bag and sell them.
Yeah.
And, to all my like friends in school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I always had like a mindset, and I started thinking, I'm like, honey's cool. I eat honey.
Yeah.
And then, I never thought about making honey, but here I am,
Here you are.
making
the honey.
some bee-rific honey.
There you go. So you went from the honey. So how did you transition from making the honey to then going into the CBD?
So, like I said, as I grew from the Alba House, I started my CBD journey inside the Alba House complex. And I'm also a New York State certified paraprofessional in Tonville High School. Okay. So I work with a lot of special needs kids, and then I always figure, how can what I do help the special needs community? So I started doing research, and I always seen cannabis and autism and PTSD and anxiety and all that other stuff. So I'm like, let me Google this, let me Google that. And this was about almost, I would say, 3 years ago, when people didn't even know what CBD was.
Yeah.
CBD stands for actual cannabidiol. And people didn't even know what CBD was, so I started on research. I actually bought some CBD products off a company to see what I can do with it and stuff like that. I gave it to some people. They hated the taste. So then I'm like, I make honey. Let me infuse the CBD oil with the honey. And then I gave that product to those people again, and one thing led to another, and people loved it.
That's good.
And
how do you respond to people that have like such a stigma against the CBD? Because I have come across a lot of people that say, oh, CBD, they think right away weed.
Yeah.
They think right away, it's like they don't know the difference between the THC and the CBD.
Yeah. So a lot of people also, they're stuck with old times. No offense to old timers and stuff like that, but
it's true though.
Yeah, but it's times are moving, so sometimes you got to move with times.
Right.
Back in the day, cannabis was seen as the bad
omen,
person,
bad omen.
Yeah,
bad thing.
But it has helped millions and millions and millions of people. Even if you actually look at sculptures in the Egyptian times, they have images of the cannabis leaves on their hieroglyphics and stuff like that. So I mean, it's been around for a couple minutes.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah,
Just
so
discovering it.
and pretty much everything that Egyptians used, was used for healing.
Right.
And if they used it thousands of years ago, why not use it now? And also, the cannabis industry got a bad vibe from the paper companies back in the day. I don't know if you know the story or whatnot.
Yeah.
How because even the Declaration of Independence was written on hemp paper, as they say.
Yes.
But I forgot what other companies were involved, but the paper industry was a big saying no, we can't have this because they would lose business.
Right.
And they started using racism as a key to shutting down cannabis and kind of provoking it as a bad omen, as you said.
And I believe that was around the 1930s.
Yeah, like 20s,
Wasn't there
30s.
a crazy movie back in those days? They're called Reefer Madness.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yes, it is. I believe it was in the 1930s or 40s, and it was put out, and just to give it a bad name.
Yeah.
Just for people to be very discouraged. Oh, if you smoke it, you're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
And you're gonna hallucinate and stuff like that. But little did they everybody knew that basically
You just get a little hungry.
Yeah, that's all you do. It's just a little hungry, But it is a good form of medication.
Yeah.
It's a good form of a lot of people they suffer from chronic pain.
Oh yeah, I have so many customers and clients that come for that, and a lot of people they ask me, "Do you get high from CBD?" And the stigma is you can't get high from CBD product, which is false. You actually could get high from CBD products depending on how much you take.
Right.
CBD is a psychoactive compound, which a lot of companies are saying it's non-psychoactive, which is not true. They're just trying to sell it. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Because everyone is different. Some people, will not get a psychoactive effect from CBD. But then again, if someone drinks a whole bottle of CBD oil, they'll be buzzing.
For a while.
Yeah. And and also a lot of people ask me, can you fail a drug test with taking CBD products?
Right.
And also, there's no such thing as a no THC CBD product.
Okay.
Nothing like that out there. Anything that you see that says no THC, they're just pushing a product on you. I always tell people, listen, you're taking CBD on, how can I say it?
You gotta let them know.
Yeah, I tell them, listen, I'm not responsible if you do pass or fail a drug test.
Right.
You're taking it on your own.
Your own risk.
Exactly, your own risk and stuff like that. Because even though, CBD won't really make you fail a drug test, but
it has traces of it.
So all my products do have traces of THC, but it's under 0.3% per gram.
Okay.
And it also depends on your body. Everyone is different.
Right.
Some people can test positive. That
Right.
same person can test negative. It goes by. I also use the poppy seed bagel theory.
Okay.
If you go for a drug test, don't eat poppy seed bagels before
Right.
the drug test because you'll become an opiate head.
Oh.
You're not. But as the test goes, you will test positive for opiates if you eat, a poppy seed bagel once a day for 5 days straight before the test.
Well, at least you let them know,
Yeah.
You gotta let them know because
Oh,
people
100%.
are always gonna be questioning stuff
Yeah.
like that. Have you ever come across a customer ask you 1,001 questions, or have you ever tried to say, "Listen, this is good"? You ever come?
So I always have customers asking me, "Oh, would this help with this?" So in the CBD industry, legally, I can't tell. I'm not a doctor,
Right.
As people call me, a formulator and stuff like that, but I'm not a legal doctor, so I can't tell. Oh, this is going to help with anxiety, chronic pain, seizures, blah blah blah.
Right.
But what I do tell is I have many patients and clients that do come back to me and tell me, "Oh, this helped me with seizures. This helped me with chronic pain."
Good. Right.
And I do tell those customers, I've had 15 customers that have been using this for seizures, and it has helped them.
Right.
So, take this at your own risk, but just know, I've had customers that have been taking this for seizures, and it has helped them a lot.
That's good
Yeah.
because at least you get a good feedback on it.
Yeah.
You know, and
And the last thing you want is the FDA on your I don't know if
Your
you're
butt.
on buttocks.
definitely, of course, you don't want that. You know.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what is it that you? Can you tell us a little bit? Like, what do you put in?
So, I'm also a New York State licensed hemp grower. I have a small acre farm upstate that it's not my farm. I have farmers running the farm under my license.
Okay.
So we do grow the hemp. I got denied my extraction license because I forgot to fill out one piece of form.
Oh God,
For
they get
any
you, huh?
for any new business people out there, make sure you read, and fill out everything.
Definitely, it's a lot of red tape.
Oh yeah,
You gotta go
especially
through.
with like, the cannabis industry, and because I forgot to fill out, one or two little lines.
Yeah.
I got denied my extraction license, but which is alright. Everything gets sent out to another lab that I deal with.
Okay.
They're certified, and then I also send out my products to another lab called Kacha, and then they do third-party testing on pesticides, THC levels, CBD levels, CBN levels, all the other minor cannabinoid levels as well.
Okay, that's good. All right, so you get all that ingredients in there
Yeah.
and going. Now a lot of people that do know about CBD and THC and stuff like that, because I've come across other CBD sellers.
Yeah.
And the big thing with that is what do you put in there? Like, some say there's only supposed to be 2 ingredients. Some say no, it's 3.
Yeah.
It's like it's like
So it's
half and half. Like
it comes like CBD is just a compound. It's hemp extract. So what it is, it's a tree line of cannabis. There's cannabis. There's marijuana. There's hemp. CBD is in both marijuana and hemp. THC is in both marijuana and hemp.
Yes.
They're just compounds. It's just, but everyone just knows CBD.
Right.
But it's hemp extract. So, for example, I do many different formulations. I also do a lot of white labeling for, I think, like 12 different companies now, all across America, even in California, Florida, Texas, for different products. Like I make a BCA CBD oil for a company in Texas. They do sports nutrition.
Oh, okay.
And BCAs is good for the body after working out and stuff like that. So you can't really say that CBD has one ingredient. When you make a product, it just goes by the product. Like, a product, like, for example, let's say a multi-grain vitamin that you get from, like, ShopRite or whatever.
Right.
People use those vitamins. There's different vitamins in it.
Right.
B12s, be this, be that, And same thing with CBD. You can add multiple different ingredients into it. Like I make a CBD with ginseng and honey.
Right.
I make a CBD with maca root. I make a CBD with black seed oil. So I make a lot of different formulations of CBD products just to like entice different people. Like for example, ginseng is very good for the mind.
Right.
So that's like a double whammy compared
Like a
to just
holistic type.
Exactly.
You put a lot of holistics
yeah.
in
So
it.
it's like you can get regular CBD oil, which is fine.
Right.
CBD oil will help with many different elements and stuff. Well, legally I can't say that, but I have had people, yeah.
Yes.
But black seed oil, maca root has been known to help with female issues.
Okay.
Ginseng has been helped to lower blood pressure, mindset and stuff like that. And people want to focus on that,
Right.
so they will buy a CBD oil with ginseng that I make. They will buy a CBD oil like female issues. They will buy a CBD oil with maca root that I
Right.
make and stuff like that. So CBD oil can be formulated into a million different things, just like any vitamin. That's
Right.
what it is.
Right.
It's the most natural vitamin you can have in the
Right.
world.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now you brought some stuff with us.
Yes.
So what did you bring with us?
So I brought some of the local honey that I make.
Okay.
So I don't know. So this is actually one of the jars that I use. It took me about 6 months to design. There's actually a couple different parts to that jar.
I'm looking at this and I need my glasses. Okay. It's 1 pound raw blueberry blossom honey. It's farm fresh, never pasteurized, amazing taste, all natural, harvested by caring and loving beekeepers. USA proud, unfiltered. Very good. It has a little warning on the bottom here.
Yeah.
And very good. I like the jar.
Yeah, because I'm about like being eco, so you can always reuse the jars for barbecues, making margaritas after you finish because
Why
they just
not? Yeah.
untwist.
There you go. Has a purpose.
Yeah, and there's a honey dipper inside.
Ah, look at
and
that.
then you just could take everything off, and it comes up. The lid comes apart like this, and then you can take it off, put it in, put straws in. Get crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is really nice. See, people like that functionality type
Yeah.
of stuff. You put it on the table. And then you have...
So this is one of my new ventures that I started doing. I bought a residential milk route in Staten Island. It's been around for like almost 25 years.
Right.
From the original Staten Island milkman. So we don't use like processed crazy milk and stuff like that. The milk comes from upstate. And the name of the farm is King Dairy Brothers. I always get them King Brothers Dairy, King Dairy Brothers. And the reason why their milk is good is because they pasteurize it at a lower heat level than the commercial brands. So that does take a little bit longer, but it retains a lot more of the vitamins and the creamy taste that milk should have.
And you guys deliver all of this stuff.
So I deliver
like
all this.
Milkman, we haven't heard about no Milkman for like decades,
Yeah.
And then it's like when I saw that, I was like, no way.
Yeah.
They're doing Milkman deliveries.
Yeah, and actually, this one is a plastic, but we do half-gallon bottles, just like the original Milkman did.
Oh my goodness.
And then we come pick up the bottles, so this where it's recycled properly, and you get that nice glass tasting, fresh milk. And the milk is bottled for our clients on a weekly basis. They have like about 1,100 cows on their farm.
Wow.
It's pasture range. They all have names: Billy, Johnny the cow, blah blah blah. All those.
Yeah, that's cool. Just drink like a king for
Yeah.
over 100 years, 5 generations of the King family.
But you could
have-
drink like a queen too. It don't matter. It's just the name of the dairy.
Put a little bit of White Russian in there.
Oh yeah. Get
Why
cray
not?
cray.
That's right. I'm telling you, this is good. Pure local, better. This is awesome. And they have their website here, and they're from Schulerville.
Yeah.
Schulerville?
Upstate.
Okay. Oh.
It's all right. I can't even pronounce the city too.
I try to break down the syllables. So the next one you have there is
Yeah. So also, this is some of the flower that we grow. This is a berry blossom. So these are like just some of the smaller buds that I just bring as samples and stuff like that. But you can actually smell it.
oh
Smells nice, right?
yes, it really does.
Very delicious.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
And so this is about a 15% flour that we make pre-rolls, we make teas, and that is extracted into CBD oil. And or I should say hemp extract and stuff like that.
Right.
And then we use that hemp extract in all of our other products that I brought. So this is a one of the CBD oils that I do make. This is a 1,000 milligram. We do make it, in a box, so this way it looks a little bit presentable.
Well, the packaging is pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's a good
I mean,
thing.
but I always say, like that saying, you think you're strong, but there's always someone stronger.
Yeah.
I always like, I like my packaging, but I know that I can always do better. So I always think of new ways to create something better. But, for
Definitely.
now, I do like it and people do enjoy it and stuff like that.
Oh, awesome. How do you
Cannabidol.
cannabidol?
Yeah. In the beginning, it took me a while to say it. So,
Yeah, whole plant, full spectrum hemp extract, and it tells you what it contains. Everything's on the label here.
yeah.
It's really good.
And then on the other side, it tells you, how many drops.
Take hemp extract oil. Okay. Warning signs. Okay. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, so
People
I
like
try to
see
keep,
that.
I try to inform people on the label. But then again, I do get about like 30, 40 calls a day on people using my products from, California, Texas, and stuff like that.
Right.
Just, they want to ask questions, which is fine because also in business, customer service is, I would say, top 3 of what you should be doing perfect.
Yeah.
If you don't have customer service, no matter how wrong the customer is,
That's
the
right.
customer is always right. Yeah.
And that is so true. Definitely.
And then also one of the last thing I bought is our. This is one of our newer products. It's vegan gummies that we make. They're all natural. I don't use any colorants like red 40, green this, yellow
Yeah.
6. These are all colored natural with like beetroot powder and stuff like that to give it that nice, natural flavor and coloring and stuff like that. I don't know if you can actually see the flavoring, but there's different colors. Each gummy is about 25 milligrams. I also just started releasing a gummies with melatonin in it. So this way, these are more daytime gummies.
Yeah.
Those are going to be more nighttime gummies. But I'm not fully satisfied with them yet.
Yeah.
Until I'm fully then I will start releasing them into the public and stuff like that. Just got to do a few more testing.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have all of this on the site because we're gonna post them up, all of your
Awesome.
products that you brought here today,
Yeah.
so people could know where to get them and then.
Yeah, and this is for you guys. You guys can test it out.
Thank you. Well, look at that. That's amazing. You
Yeah.
see, get some hint from me. Definitely. So tell me, so far that you've been doing all of this, what do you see? Which part of your business you feel most successful in?
So, like for example, the CBD industry is blowing up.
Right.
So the CBD industry, in my aspect, is getting very popular and stuff like that. But I can't say it's more benefit because without Beezybeez, I would have never got into the CBD space.
Right.
Without being an educator, I would have never got into the CBD space. So I can't really say what's more popular in my end. I go by everything is good. One helps the other.
Right.
Just like with my new venture with the Udderly Delicious NYC milk route, that now helps my Beezybeez brand because now people can get their local raw honey, their CBD products delivered straight to their house. And that helps my following with Beezybeez, helps the Udderly Delicious NYC brand because, I promote it that way as well. And, one thing helps the other. It's like one hand washes the other thing.
Yes.
Two business,
That's the best thing to do. It's like when two business owners come together and they expand.
Yeah.
So everybody
Well,
wins.
with Udderly Delicious, I bought it over. So I'm the official owner of Udderly Delicious NYC now.
So,
yeah.
but still, it was a great opportunity.
Oh,
for you,
100%. Yeah.
And then that will make you even grow more.
Yeah.
And get a little bit bigger. Well, a lot bigger.
Get busier.
I
Yeah.
Yes, bees. Now let me ask you a question since you do deal with bees and stuff like that. Now these murder hornets.
Oh yeah, I heard all.
Yeah,
all about it.
I want to know what are you thinking about that? Are you afraid?
So they don't fully know if it was a murder hornet as it is. It's really just an Asian hornet. They probably thought that the person that saw the Asian so-called, it was just a European. They're very similar. Mm-hmm. The European hornet is a little smaller than the Asian one. It is aggressive. The Asian hornets are very aggressive.
Yeah. They rip them heads off.
Yeah, they have big pinchers.
Oh my goodness, they're scary looking.
Yeah, and they do attack, 10, 15 murder hornets, Asian hornets, I should say, can destroy a colony of, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 honeybees.
Oh my God!
In one attack.
That is scary.
But what people in Asia do is they set traps,
right,
for these Asian hornets. So if they actually are in United States, I would just do the same thing.
Right.
Unfortunately, you can't fully prevent things, just like Corona. You can't fully prevent things. It just you have to live through it.
Yeah,
and
unfortunately, we do.
And you just have to learn how to, you just have to learn how to adjust to it.
Well, that's what we've been doing basically with this pandemic going on. Everything was just at a standstill.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like, that's it. You're not going outside no more.
100%.
No parties for you. No events, no anything.
Yeah.
And as an event coordinator, and a person that. My business is outside.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, it's hard to even try to get people or, because either they're scared, they're afraid. Oh, stuff like that. So until that eases up a little bit, there's a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs. They had to get creative, and they had to find different ways now on
100%.
how to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
And of course, for the internet we have, and any other realms of media that we could get on,
Podcast.
There you go.
Yeah.
You see, we're here for you guys. Definitely. But it's been hard for a lot of the small business
100%.
owners, especially, these restaurants, all of them had to close down, and so many other stores had to close down. But we could only pray that this will go over. They're talking about getting a spike, but hopefully we don't go through that,
Yeah.
So we could at least move forward into a better light and be able to pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Listen, as humans, we're destined to evolve. And this is just, unfortunately, another evolution type of step that we have to handle. We have to evolve from the old way of thinking. Now we have to evolve into after COVID-19.
Jesus Christ. Even the name is scary. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So, Igor, where can people find you? What is your website, your all of that information?
So, my website is, I have two now. I have www.beezybeezhoney.com. And then I also have a www.udderlydeliciousnyc.com. And then I have a sister site, which is www.beezybeezhoney.net. But you can always come by my new facility. It's about 4 months in. It's a lot bigger. There's going to be a coffee shop in there, which I'm going to be the only coffee shop on Staten Island with its own roaster. So be ready for that. It's going to be fresh coffee roasted daily that you can buy, all CBD.
I'll be there for some coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. I love coffee. Yeah.
Buzz by.
Even there, and then I'll be good in the morning.
Yeah. It'll get it moving.
Yeah.
I'm located on 3755C, which is Cat Victory Boulevard, near Travis, right behind Mother Moo's Bakery.
Awesome. That was great.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I appreciate you coming through and showing us all your wonderful CBD products and stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Oh, definitely. And so, guys, you already know we're going to be also having his link up on the site as well. And like I said, we're going to be posting up all of these wonderful products that he brought in today for us. And, you want to get more information, go onto the site, get the link, shoot him a message. Any questions you have, you want to purchase
Give
on
me
anything,
a buzz.
and give him a buzz.
And let's get it moving.
Yeah, we're going to get that going, all those lingos. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And like I said, this is our second episode of Starving Artists Podcast Show. We're here for small business owners, entrepreneurs, artists that wants their voice to be heard. So also contact me through my page, Marcy Photography at Facebook, and also in Instagram, Marcy_photography. So thank you everyone for joining us today, and thank you for Igor coming in from Busy Bees and Utterly Delicious
NYC.
Yes, definitely. So until the next one, guys. Thank you.
Be well.
Yes.
And be healthy.
See you guys. Thanks.
Bye.